Thanks for doing this, Steve. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Jared, for being on.
This kind of ties in last night and the game against Northwestern, but I was just doing a little research, and last night's result was the most one of your teams has lost by since your first game as a head coach back in 2005. I wanted to ask you, how do you, as a coach, do you go about getting a team's psyche straight after a loss like that, coming off a road swing like you had?
Yeah, I think really what you do is you burn that tape from it and you move on. You got 2 days to prepare for, Northwestern, who's, going to challenge us in a lot of different ways. But, I told our young guys yesterday, like life on the road in the Big Ten, toughest, conference to win on the road, and especially that venue, Purdue. So, we have never played well there in my 3 years. And last night it got away from us in about a 6-minute segment. Because we were kind of hanging around and playing hard and trying to keep it close, but we had a 6-minute stretch there, and then they hit threes. They're the leading three-point shooting team in the league, and they got on a roll. And hard to come back, from that kind of a jump that they had on us. But you got to move on quickly. I've been a part of a lot of these builds, and these things happen during the course of the season, and especially you go on the road. And you got to burn the tape and move on. And we talked about it after the game and talked about some of the mistakes that we made in the game. And now we got to move on to Northwestern and a quick turnaround.
Hey, Steve, how you doing? Sorry. How are you from an injury standpoint, specifically Eugene? What's the timetable on him?
Yeah, he's going to be out. I mean, he hasn't practiced or anything. I was happy we got Caleb back because he didn't practice leading up to the game, so I thought he would be not available for the Purdue game too. So, hoping to get Gene back obviously soon, as soon as possible. Serious injury though he had, and if anyone could get back quickly, it's Gene. Like you saw too when you take a team on the road and. He's an experienced guy, first 2 weeks, good toughness guy and stuff. So we obviously need him back, but we need him back so he's healthy and feels confident about his knee.
Coach Aaron Brightman, wanted to ask about defensively. Obviously, haven't been playing up to your standards. How do you address that in such a short time frame ahead of Friday's game?
Yeah, I mean, guys, we've shown signs of being a real good defensive team. Again, we played, 2 really good teams on the road. I think they're currently in the top 5 in the league, 14 teams. Purdue's been one of the toughest places. They're 8-0 now at home, so it's been tough for everybody. Our turnovers really hurt us in both games, too. Giving up a lot of points. You can't defend, turnovers that they go down the other end of the court and lay it in. And the free throw line, too, was a problem in both those games. You can't defend the free throw line, but obviously 88 points and 89 points on the road isn't a recipe, to win, basketball games. But, we're a good defensive team. We got to get back to that. And, it starts with good offense, too, and it starts with not turning the ball over. But, we've shown some signs, and we got to play that way, especially when we play home here at the RAC. We got to get back to old-fashioned Rutgers defense. And, I think at times we've shown that we can be the elite defensive team, but we're also in an elite offensive league, and so, you got to shut down guys, and you got to, defend the three-point land, and you got to take away the post, too. So we have to do multiple things, against teams in this league.
Steve, Jerry again. We all know Gene is kind of the heart and soul of his team in the locker room, etc. Who is filling in for him in his leadership absence?
Well, Jerry, I just think, I love Gene, and Gene's an experienced guy. So, you're playing more guys, more minutes that, haven't played at the Purdue's and haven't played at the Minnesotas and that kind of thing. So, you miss them on a lot of levels, but other guys are getting opportunities to step up. And, I think you saw Miles had a career high against Minnesota and, struggled the next day against Purdue. So you see some improvements. I think Shaq Carter's done a really good job. But last night, too, you saw Shaq Carter, in long minutes, fatigued and, a couple guys in foul trouble. Had to play him through some of that and stuff. So, I think everyone's got to step up. It's not just one guy that's going to step up and fill that leadership void. I think Shaq Dorson, has got to give us great minutes, and he got got in foul trouble early yesterday, and that hurt us around the basket, a little bit. And I think Gio has to take on multiple roles. Gio has to be your point guard, and he has to now go to become the leading scorer and be a leadership guy. And he's 14 games into his sophomore year, or 16 games into his sophomore year. So you get a lot of guys that have to take on new roles when you're leading rebounder and scorer. And captain gets taken off the court, but those are no excuses. That's what happens in these processes. You got to go through the season. You're going to have illness, sickness, injuries. Just thankful that it's not a season-ending injury for Eugene.
Hey, Coach.
God, I'm sorry. I have one more question for you, but go ahead. I'm sorry, it's not somebody else.
Okay, that's all. Chris Nowakski here. I think you guys had 19 turnovers last night. What do you think needs to be done to clean up in that area, to clean up the turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, again, we've had times where we turned the ball over a lot, and then we kind of got through that early in the year. That was one of our problems. And then, later on moving through here, I thought we did a pretty good job of just being reasonable with turnovers and stuff. And last night, again, jumped to 19. I think it was actually 20, turnovers after I watched the film. So obviously that's not a recipe that we want to have. We had a lot of post turnovers too. They're double teaming us now in the post, so we got to play through some double teams. And we'll get better at those things. We'll practice that. That's something we haven't seen. And again, we got to do a great job, getting a shot up every time down the end of the court. It's going to help us on, both ends of the floor. But, we have a lot of guys contributing to the turnover departments. That's just one or two things that we can fix. If everyone's chipping in with a couple, we got to limit those.
Thanks.
Steve, Jerry again, one more for me, and that is you have a 2-game homestand now coming up. You've had great support at home, great attendance, great crowds, great involvement with the crowds. What would you say to Rutgers fans, about the next couple of games who might be a little disappointed about the way things went the last week?
Well, everyone's disappointed, and we want to play better, and my 4 freshmen in the top 7 want to play better, and we want to have Gene back. It's a process, and I'm the right coach. I've been through all these kind of things. We're playing in the best league in the country right now. We played 4 out of the top 5 teams in the conference standings. You're just going to have to, be patient. This is a team that's growing and getting better. I mean, Miles had a career high last night. Montez had a career high. Caleb McConnell's come in bunches. Shaq Carter now has become a part of the rotation and a good part. We need Gene back. That'll help. But, we're a young team and we're an exciting team. And some nights we're going to look young and some nights we're going to look good. And we need the RAC to continue to be a hard place to play. Every place in our league that we've gone to is a really difficult place to play. Purdue had huge home court advantage. They won 93% of their home games, over the last 4 years in that gym. So these are big challenges, for us. And, we want to make the RAC a challenge for other teams to come to. And it's been a huge advantage for us, too, as we've played throughout this season. So need the RAC to be packed. I'm excited about Northwestern. Our guys are going to be ready to play. And, see who gets a career high on Friday night. That's the exciting part of where we are right now.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Coach.
And I appreciate you guys all taking the time, to come on the call this morning.
Thank you, everyone.
Any more questions? No. Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.